The dawn of faith, history of the first religion. Long before the great civilizations arose, long before writing, cities, and kings, humans looked up at the sky and wondered, what lies beyond this world? This curiosity, this search for meaning, gave birth to something that would shape humanity forever: religion. But where did it all begin? What was the first religion? Today, we journey back tens of thousands of years to explore the dawn of faith, early human beliefs. The story begins in the Paleolithic era, over 50,000 years ago. Archaeologists have discovered that early humans practiced rituals, honored spirits, and revered nature. Evidence from cave paintings in France and Spain, like those in Lascaux and Altamira, shows animals and humans drawn with great care, perhaps as part of rituals to ensure successful hunts. Humans were not just surviving, they were seeking a connection with the unseen world. Burial practices tell us much about early beliefs. Skeletons were often buried with tools, food, and ornaments, suggesting a belief in an afterlife. These rituals were perhaps the first seeds of religion, a way to honor the dead and communicate with the forces of nature. Animism and nature worship. The earliest known form of religion is believed to be animism, the belief that all things, living or non-living, possess a spirit or soul. Trees, rivers, mountains, animals, all were sacred, all were alive in a spiritual sense. This worldview shaped human interaction with the natural world, laying the foundation for moral codes, rituals, and communal ceremonies. Shamans or spiritual leaders acted as mediators between humans and spirits. They used rituals, chants, and hallucinogenic plants to enter altered states, seeking guidance and protection. These practices spread across continents, forming the earliest threads of organized spirituality. The first evidence of organized religion. Around 11,000 years ago, something remarkable happened in the Fertile Crescent, the cradle of civilization. The site known as Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey may be the world's oldest temple, built long before cities or writing. Massive stone pillars, carved with animals and symbols, suggest ritualistic worship and communal gatherings. Unlike simple nature worship, this represents a more organized spiritual practice, with a central sacred space for the community. Some scholars believe that these early religions were polytheistic, worshiping multiple gods, representing nature, fertility, and life's mysteries. Others argue that it was a proto-religion, a step toward more complex belief systems like those we know today. The role of myth and storytelling. Stories and myths were central to these early religions. They explained natural events, thunder, floods, the cycle of the seasons, and offered guidance on how to live in harmony with the world. Myth-making was humanity's first attempt to understand the universe, bridging the gap between the known and the unknown. Over time, myths became structured into religious narratives, forming the first shared doctrines and moral codes. They provided identity, unity, and purpose for growing communities. Transition to agricultural societies. As humans shifted from hunter-gatherers to farmers around 10,000 years ago, their spiritual practices evolved. Agriculture demanded predictability, fertility, and protection from natural disasters. Deities and rituals focused on crops, rain, sun, and harvest cycles. Religion became deeply intertwined with survival, and temples and shrines grew in importance. The worship of fertility goddesses, seen in figurines across Europe and the Near East, symbolizes humanity's reliance on the earth and cycles of life. This era laid the groundwork for the world's first civilizations and organized religions. From shamanism to organized religion, over thousands of years, religious practices became more formalized. Spiritual leaders or priests gained authority, guiding communities and codifying rituals. Temples became centers not only for worship, but also for social, political, and economic life. The first recognizable religions, such as Sumerian polytheism, ancient Egyptian religion, and early Hindu practices, evolved from these roots. They featured pantheons of gods, sacred texts, and rituals that continue to influence modern faiths. The first religions were born from curiosity, fear, and wonder. They shaped humanity's understanding of life and death, morality, and the universe. From simple animism to structured pantheons, from cave paintings to grand temples, religion has always been a reflection of human aspiration, our desire to understand the world and our place within it. Today, thousands of religions exist, each unique, yet all share a common thread: the human search for meaning, connection, and transcendence. And it all began with the first flicker of faith in the hearts of early humans, tens of thousands of years ago. The first religion was not just a belief system. It was the dawn of human consciousness, the first step toward understanding the mysteries of life. It reminds us that the quest for meaning is as old as humanity itself, and it continues today. The Dawn of Faith, History of the First Religion.